All right, what's going on, guys? It's Zero here. So basically I wanted to talk to you guys today about the poking war and how you can beat somebody that's mashing if they're minus on block or they're mashing in general. You pretty much have the advantage in the situation, and you can actually put fear into the opponent if they constantly keep doing this shit, which means that they're going to start, if the player is very experienced like myself, or you're going against a very high level player that knows exactly what the fuck they're doing, what's going to happen is that they're going to take advantage of that situation because they know what you're trying to do. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to show you guys clear examples of that. So one way you can get out of it is to back it up and literally just go for a mid. Now you need to keep in mind that you do not want to go for any high moves whatsoever. Another thing that you can do is you can actually grab the opponent if you time it correctly. That's another thing that you can actually do. You understand what I'm saying? Another thing you can do is just stand right there and, you know, punish accordingly. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you can actually do. Those are your three options. Your fourth option is if the opponent respects you a lot, you can, and they guard. You understand what I'm saying? So let me get Gears to do that. If they respect you and they're not going to do nothing, you can literally go for a throw if they don't realize it, and you can go for your pressure. You understand what I'm saying? But make sure you go for a mid, because a lot of people like to spam uppercuts and shit. Another thing that you have to keep in mind is that if the opponent goes for a down one and they go for a high for Raiden, you're gonna feel all this shit. See this? This is very serious, because you do not want to take this at all. You are going to be put in a very fucked up situation if you decide to disrespect your own frames. Now there is a thing called a barre, and let's turn this up another level, right? So there is this thing called a barre, which means that you're being reckless and you're swinging while you're on negative. Well, you're swinging while you're negative on block, right? So how does this work? If I used a forward 4, which Raiden's forward 4 is 19 frames on startup. If I use his forward 2, it's 21 frames on startup. If I use a slow ass move, you understand what I'm saying, the opponent will easily get another turn. So as you can clearly see here, Raiden is getting beat out, and sometimes Raiden can trade, or sometimes he will beat him out clean. You understand what I'm saying? But if you react slow, you will get beat out. If I go for a really slow move, like Raiden's forward 2, sometimes it'll trade, and sometimes I will get beat out. This is what an abare is, where the opponent knows for a fact that you're going to go for a slow range. The only way that it works is if the opponent knows that you're going to go for a high, or they know for a fact that you are going to go for a slow normal that leads into a combo string. That's the only way that this abare technically works. Now another thing that the opponent can do is that if they know for a fact that you're going to back up, what they can do is they can do this. They can go for their far reaching normal after the fact that you just blocked their poke. What else is there? Another thing that they can do is they can try and check you. So what I mean by this is if they know that you're going to back up, or you're going to try and go for a move, you understand what I'm saying, like a mid or some shit like that, they can pretty much check you. Now this is different for each and every last character that's in the game, because Johnny Cage can literally check the opponent easily and play a mind game with the opponent, right? So say for instance Gears is like, okay, yeah, I know what this dude's trying to do. He's going to try and do something, right? And he does that. As you can clearly see, either we trade or I beat him out clean, right? Now for Geras, you can beat him if he goes for shit like this, but in this variation he has a command throw, so you need to watch out from that. But if Geras knows for a fact that you're going to do something, that's what's going to happen. See that? Now if you know for a fact that that move is a high, like I said, you can literally go for a combo. So Geras is very gimmicky when he does this, because you can literally prevent him from doing this, and you can get a full combo on him of your choosing. It doesn't matter which one you go for. You understand what I'm saying? And you can do whatever you want. You see what I'm saying? This is a complete mind game. Like I said, this is a complete mind game, because if I switch to Raiden, I'm going to show you guys a clear example of that. If I switch to Raiden and I do Raiden, right? See how I try to down one him? because I knew he was gonna down one, but like I can't get out of it. See what I'm saying? So you need to be very, very careful, because this is a serious fucking mind game that is being played. You understand what I'm saying? So if you go against an opponent that is constantly mashing pokes, you know exactly what to do in that particular situation. And this is pretty much how pokes work and how footsies work up close to a certain degree. It's a complete mind game up close. You need to know exactly like what's going to happen in that situation. You need to predict. And also, if you see that the opponent is constantly mashing while they're minus on block, you can literally take advantage of that situation. I highly recommend that you go for a whiff punish by backing up, or you literally just stand there and go for your mid. And that's another thing. Make sure you're using a mid that is at least fast, like Raiden's back one. You understand what I'm saying? Or Raiden's forward three. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want to use a mid that is really slow on startup, because then you're just pretty much giving the opponent another turn, and you don't want to give them another turn. You understand what I'm saying? So like I said, I think I explained everything that I needed to explain about you know, the poking war up in this fucking game, which is ridiculous. Other than that, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, man. I think I'm a main rating for right now. But yeah, this is pretty much the poke war in a nutshell. You understand what I'm saying? There are opponents in the game that will literally try to check you if they know for a fact that you're going to try and down one them after the fact that you block their down one. There are opponents that will literally mash even though that they are minus on block, and you need to react quick enough because it is your turn. And make sure you're using a move that is a mid, because if you're using a move that's a high, they can literally take advantage of that situation and punish you, and you're not going to be happy about it. You understand what I'm saying? So you need to be very careful. But yeah, this is all right. So basically, I forgot one more thing. You can use your hit advantage to your advantage. For people who have seen my Johnny Cage videos where I would literally down one or down three the opponent, I would literally back up instead of pressuring them. Reason why is because I know for a fact that they mash a lot, or they'll try to go for a fucking uppercut randomly for some odd reason. And I would take advantage of that situation. So this is what I'm talking about. See that? See how simple it is to like take advantage of the situation, because you know that they're going to press a button regardless. You understand what I'm saying? And disrespect your frames. So you can literally take advantage of that. Another thing that I forgot to add in this video is that even though the opponent has the hit advantage on you by down one-ing you, you can literally just flawless block them. Come on, let's go. Let me see if I can get this. You understand what I'm saying? And even if Johnny Cage does it really quick, let me try and do this really quick. See what I'm saying? So I just think the flawless block in this game as well is a really powerful thing. But not only that, I think it's kind of broken, because if I have the hit advantage, why are you able to flawless block me out of that? I don't really agree with that. I think that's completely fucked up and broken, because it's like I literally opened you up, got the hit advantage, and now I have to deal with the fact that you can possibly flawless block me. So an experienced opponent is going to know how to manipulate this and take advantage of this, so keep that in mind. But this is all I really had to say. Like I said, if the opponent knows for a fact that you're going to go for like you down one and then you back up and you're looking for a whiff punish, they're going to catch on to that. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to be careful doing this constantly, because the opponent, if they're experienced, like I said, they're going to take advantage of this situation. And the only reason why you should be able to do that is if you know for a fact that they're just going to mash. Like, you understand what I'm saying? That's the only way. Like I said, this is how it goes, man. Like, it works so many times, because people like to mash, and when they mash, you can literally play mind games with them and fuck their brain up. And this is what I've been doing with Johnny Cage the whole time. It's a complete mind game, especially if I hit you with his nut punch and restand you. You understand what I'm saying? But like I said, that's all I really had to say, man. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.